The next thing that I move on to here is this discussion page. The discussion page actually lets me control the comment system in WordPress. Now, the reason why that plugin, Akismet, even existed, why it was included with WordPress, is because WordPress does have a major spam problem when it comes to comments. There is an automated way, essentially, that people can have a script just go around to different WordPress-based sites and submit comments. And the funny thing about it is they're not even visiting the websites. They're simply beaming the information for a comment from the script to the website. They never actually visit the website itself. On this discussion page here, what I'm looking to do, since there's a big problem with comment spam in WordPress and even trackback spam for that matter, is I simply disable commenting throughout my entire website. And if you want to, you can also completely disable trackbacks as well here with this particular setting. Trackbacks are not necessarily something I worry too much about. They don't seem to be as heavily spammed as the comments are. So I will typically allow those because sometimes those trackbacks may actually be good, and I can still simply manually approve those when they come in. But what I will do here is to click on this checkbox to make sure it is not selected here for allow people to post comments on new articles. This prevents comments from happening on any pages that you create from this point into the future. But if you already had pages on your site, when you disable this particular setting right here, comments may still actually be enabled on those old pages. So, according to this right here, these settings may be overridden by for individual articles. There are actually some comment controls all the way at the bottom of the page editor. But instead of going into each of the individual pages like that, what you can actually do is just select this option right here, automatically close comments on articles older than 14 days. And you can just change this to 1 or even 0 days. And this will automatically close out commenting throughout your site. So once you're done with those changes, just scroll down to the bottom and save them again. And this basically keeps you from having to worry about comment spam completely because you're just simply disabling comments on the entire site. Typically on these Amazon affiliate sites, you won't actually get people that come in and leave real comments for you. It's just typically going to be spam unless you have a really busy site that is offering more of a personal approach to how you're trying to sell products, for example. More blog-oriented type of websites seem to get real comments on them more frequently simply because of the content that's actually on those pages. It's typically some kind of opinion-based information piece, and it, helps to get people talking about it. They're kind of inclined, so to speak, to want to say something after they read a piece. Well, on these Amazon affiliate sites, you typically do not have that same type of reaction. And when you do, when you have somebody that comes along that would actually leave a real comment, it's once in a blue moon. So it's really just not worth the time to even try to mess with, because you'll be getting dozens and dozens of spam comments every single day on these sites. And maybe once every 6 months to a year, you might get a real comment that comes through. So for the daily moderation and time you have to put forth to disapprove or approve all those, it's really just not worth it for the good random comment that might happen to come through. Leave it up to your own discretion. If you want to try it out on a site, leave them enabled for a little while just to see what exactly I'm talking about. You can do that and always simply go back in and disable them later. Just again, if you already created the content on your site, make sure you go through and close off the comments on your old articles using this particular setting then, if you decide to go back in later and disable everything.